Hello, everybody. Hey, I just wanted to give you a couple comments about discussion forum from last week for crime and social control. Okay, couple things. First, most of you got the whole deviance versus crime correct, right? Deviance is something against social norms, not necessarily against the law, like picking your nose in public or wearing a diaper to work. Okay. So all crime, okay, is deviant because crime is defined, right, when something is socially deviant enough, right, that they have to put it into law, okay? So like say murder, stealing other people's stuff. This is why we have laws about that, okay, because it's a very strong social norm. So all crime is deviant, but not all deviance is crime. Okay, you got that? The other thing was the piece about the question of a high proportion of African Americans in prison. I'll just say one thing. Most of you, again, got it, figured it out, makes sense. It has nothing to do with genetics, okay? That like African American people are more prone to crime or anything else like that. It has everything to do with where you live, the environment that you are raised in, and what options and opportunities you have available to you. Okay, so that is a huge piece of it. So if you're living in poverty and you have crummy schools that you have access to, right, and you're a kid and you can't just go to a different school, okay, and your parents can't afford to just move so you can get into a better neighborhood, you're stuck with where you're at, right? And so as an example, Detroit Public Schools, we've heard about this, have just had terrible problems with both the buildings falling apart, funding obviously being stolen, embezzled, and stuff from their treasury of the stuff they have to use to pay for school things. So kids there that are going to school don't have good environments as far as a safe building even to go. Some places didn't even have, when I was down there, light bulbs in the classroom, okay? They don't have textbooks. They have to make photocopies of the textbooks, and then they can only keep them and use them in class because they can't take them home, okay? Because you can't afford to be copying, thousands, okay, of textbooks. I don't know if you guys saw it, but last week on Ellen, it was a school, one of the schools, elementary schools in Detroit that she had heard about, and they got donations to fix their roof because there was water leakage, and they couldn't use their gymnasium because it had been flooded out. I mean, all kinds of stuff, okay? They had no textbooks. They had one computer in each classroom, and none of those computers worked, okay? So anyhow, bottom line is, if you're in that kind of an environment, you're not going to be learning what you need to learn. You don't have access to the stuff. So even if you get passed forward to the next grade, right, and then the next grade, and then you graduate high school, do you have the same kind of education as somebody who, went to school in Warren or Sterling Heights or Shelby Township or whatever? The answer is no, you don't. So you're already not on a level playing field with other people that have graduated high school, okay? So then your chances of doing well, if you even wanted to go or could afford to go or get a scholarship or anything else to go to college, your chances of being successful, of course, are less, okay? So it has to do with many, many factors, okay? But none of which are the color of the skin of the people that are in prison, okay? So when you're forced and you're in a situation where you can't get things the way that everybody else is able to get them, meaning legally, many times you're forced to do things that are against the law. And in some places where people live, where there's gangs and stuff, they're forced to join a gang for their own protection or because their family is threatened if they don't. So again, it's not as simple. It's just not as simple as, oh, well, they do more crimes, you know, they're in gangs and that's a problem. Okay, it is a problem, but it's not because they are all choosing, right, this way. It is their environment. And if we were put in those same environments, okay, we don't know what we would be doing, okay? And chances are we would be doing the same things to survive, okay? So again, you have to look at things from the sociological perspective while you're in this class, and that means you have to be objective about it, all right? You don't go from what you think you know. You have to go to the facts and the statistics, and you look at things in a much deeper level. Okay, thanks.